This is the Stack Cube, a Rubik's Cube that's designed to look like a stack of Jenga bricks. I'm going to show you how you can create a puzzle like this, and we'll take a look at how it can be solved. If you're looking for puzzles that you've never seen before, this channel is for you. Welcome to Custom Cuber. I recently created a sticker mod that's sort of a puzzle in a puzzle. So I thought, what other fun activities can be incorporated into a Rubik's Cube? And my mind went to a game that's played with pieces that can fit into the shape of a cube. Sort of. The key elements of this cube's design includes 3 planks placed side by side in a row, then another 3 planks in the next row facing the other direction. To make the look more accurate, the ends of the planks should be rectangular. This makes the solve a bit more interesting as each facelet of the cube is divided into 2 colors. Since Jenga sets are made out of wood, I'm using 4 shades of brown to differentiate the planks, with each pair of colors alternating with the other pair. The layout still looks way too similar to a regular Rubik's Cube, and we can't really see which facelets go together to represent different planks. To remedy this, the facelets should have a design that shows where the planks start and end. I'm using lines to kind of box out certain sections of the cube that go together. I use Paint 3D to plan the design out in 3D, but for the printable design I use Adobe Illustrator. This helps me make accurate measurements for the cube. After some more layouting, it's time to print the design on some glossy sticker paper. The 53mm base cube I'm using for this mod is a pretty bad cube. It doesn't really turn that well, it has a lot of rough edges, and the plastic has blemishes all over. To fix this cube's imperfections, I have to clean out some rough edges, and I use an acrylic marker to blacken the parts that will not be covered by the stickers, to make sure that the colors are even. It's definitely not a speed cube, but I like using this to show a proof of concept for black-based cubes because it has sharp corners compared to smoother cubes that have rounded edges. This makes it pretty easy to cut stickers because I don't have to cut out individual round corners for each facelet. The last part of the build is just adding the stickers to the cube, making sure that the spaces around the stickers are relatively balanced. We'll talk more about this puzzle, but if you're enjoying this video so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. And if you'd like to make my puzzles on your own to try and solve them, or if you just want one for your collection, I share printable versions of my designs over on Discord, link in the description below. Lastly, if you reached this part of the video, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. While you're here, make sure to tell me what you think about this puzzle in a comment below, and I'll make sure to mention you in the next video. So here's the finished version of the Stack Cube. It features 4 shades of brown, but the lightest color ended up being closer to white than brown during printing. This cube has a lot of shapes that look very similar, like these 2 that are opposites of each other. Aside from that, each piece also has an exact copy somewhere else on the cube, like this piece and this other one. I also made another version of this puzzle, which you might have already seen in a sneak peek short video. This one features only 2 colors, and I decided to go with a slightly cyberpunkish color scheme because the design kinda looks like neon lights. Because of the limited colors, version 2 has more identical pieces that will prove to be interesting in the solve. So to solve this puzzle, we have to figure out which of the identical pieces belong to which part of the cube, because interchanging these pieces can lead to an unsolvable state. Another thing that we have to take note of during the solve is making sure that the centers are oriented correctly so that they match the design on the edges. Now it's time to scramble this. It's a bit difficult to move the faces of this puzzle because the base cube is of poor quality, but it's interesting to see how the sections of the Jenga base design get mixed up. Let's also scramble the second version. One of the comments in the first video that showed this cube said that this looked like a Tron-inspired puzzle, and I agree. It kinda looks like some futuristic device. I will be uploading videos with step-by-step explanations of how these puzzles can be solved, so watch out for that. But in the meantime, I have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can also click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. In this episode, we take a look at two Rubik's Cubes that are solved by matching the colors of the corners instead of the faces. We also talk about how these puzzles were created and how they can be solved. If you're looking for puzzles that you've never seen before, this episode is for you. Welcome to Custom Cuber. These are corner cubes. I made these sticker mods using force cubes created from translucent stickerless cubes. To make force cubes, I disassembled 6 pieces of the same translucent cube, then put together the pieces that have the same colors. Then, I cut the stickers that I designed and applied them to the reassembled cubes. The basic layout used for these two cubes are very similar. They both feature 2 kinds of designs placed on the corners of the cubes. There's this mini cube corner, and there's this bigger corner design that connects to the adjacent edges. The only difference is that these shapes are colored differently. This small difference affects how a solver would identify which parts of the cube go together. In the first version of the corner cube, the bigger corner shapes have a standard color, purple, and the solvable colors take up 1 corner and 3 adjacent edges. This puzzle features 4 solvable colors: white, yellow, teal, and orange. The second version of the corner cube uses the same 4 colors for the solvable parts. This puzzle doesn't have the purple corners from the other cube. Instead, the solvable colors can be seen in pairs of big and small corner designs, each placed on opposite areas of the cube. Lastly, both cubes have blank centers, which make these puzzles similar to a void cube. If you are enjoying this video so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. 3x3x3 cubes are usually solved by using the centers as references for the other colors. But as the name suggests, the corner cubes require the solver to use the corners as a basis for the solution. These cubes have a lot of identical pieces, which can affect the solve. For Corner Cube version 1, the most obvious identical pieces would be the purple corners. Once scrambled, there is no way to identify which corner actually belongs to which original location. There are also 4 sets of identical edges, each set in a different solvable color. Interchanging these identical pieces with one another can lead to a permutation where the cube is unsolvable with legal moves. Because of this, there might be some trial and error necessary to check if the cube is in a solvable permutation. version 2 without the purple corners also has several identical edges. So trial and error may also be needed when checking if the correct pieces are in their correct spaces. Even with this consideration, I think these cubes are somewhat easier than regular cubes. This is because the 4 solvable colors don't have to be placed a certain way relative to the other ones. For example, in this solved state, we can see that white has teal to its left and orange to its right. But a quick resolve can place orange to white's left and teal to its right. Of course, the solver can always set a rule to always put the cubes back to a state in which the colors are placed in specific sections. But for me, I consider the puzzle solved as long as the colors are placed together in the correct layout. Now it's time to scramble this. How fast do you think you can solve this cube? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's scramble this other version too. I like the scrambled state of version 2 more than the other one. How about you? Which corner cube do you like better? Make sure to leave a comment below to let me know what you think. I will be posting videos of the full solve for both of these puzzles soon, so watch out for that. I also have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can also click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching and see you next time. A few days ago, I shared 2 solution videos where I've placed a sticker mod in the background, hidden in plain sight. In this episode, we talk about this other translucent sticker mod that has designs focused on the corners of the cube. If you're looking for puzzles that you've never seen before, this channel is for you. Welcome to Custom Cuber. This is the third version of the corner cube. Like the first and the second version, this was created by adding stickers to a translucent force cube. The overall layout of this cube is very similar to the 8-color cube by Douglas Richard Hofstadter. This corner cube only has 4 solvable colors though: purple, pink, blue, and white. Each color appears on opposite corners of the cube. Each set of colors covers 1 corner piece, a section of the 3 edges adjacent to that corner, and a quadrant of the centers adjacent to those edges. So, unlike the first 2 versions of the corner cube, this version doesn't have a blank center. Before we learn more about this cube, here's a quick question for you. Which of the corner cubes do you like the most? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you're enjoying this video so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. Solving version 3 of the corner cube requires matching the pairs of colors on the edges to the colors on the centers. The cube has several pairs of identical pieces, like these corners and these edges. Placing them incorrectly in relation to the other pieces might make the last layer of the cube unsolvable. However, it's just a matter of trial and error to figure out which piece belongs to which section. By the way, if you'd like to make my puzzles on your own to try and solve them, or if you just want one for your collection, I share printable versions of my designs over on Discord. One of our Discord friends, Uber Dante, recently shared his version of the concentric cube, and he even made it in this awesome new color scheme. Join us on Discord, link in the description below. Now it's time to scramble this. What do you think of this mod? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I will be posting a video of the full solution soon, so watch out for that. I also have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can also click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.